If you're a Protoss player, you know the Zerg matchup is an absolute knife's edge. You're fighting for every single inch, and one wrong move, well, it can cost you the whole game. Today, we're going to zoom in on one of the biggest strategic choices you have to make.
And this right here, this is what it's all about, isn't it? A massive clash where your economy, your tech, and your timing all have to come together perfectly. It's right in the middle of this chaos that your mid-game plan really shows what it's made of.
Okay, so you did it, you got your opening down, your economy is starting to hum, and you fought off those first few annoying Zerglings. But here comes the real question, the one that's going to dictate the next 10 minutes of the game. What's the plan now?
What's so cool about this is that two totally different, super powerful strategies actually start from the exact same place. But don't let that fool you. They split off hard when it comes to scouting, how reliable they are, and, this is the big one, how well you can recover if things go south. And that starting point is, of course, the Forge Fast Expand, the FFE. This is pretty much the foundation of modern PvZ. The whole idea is to get that second base, that second nexus up and running as fast as humanly possible so you can build a monster economy. So both of the paths we're talking about today start with this exact checklist. You get your FFE down, you immediately start that +1 weapons upgrade, and you get the research going for Zealot legs. This part right here, it's completely non-negotiable. But right after you get all of those pieces moving, you hit a crossroads. And the tech building you decide to build next is going to send you down one of two extremely different strategic highways. So, let's talk about Path A. This is the straightforward, punch-em-in-the-mouth approach. It's aggressive, it's high risk, but man, is it high reward. This is the build that wants to win the game before the mid-game even gets started. And this is what we call a classic timing attack. The whole strategy, the entire philosophy, is built around one single perfect moment in time. You're making a bet, a huge one, that your army will hit its peak power right when your opponent is weakest, probably because they were busy building their economy. And you have to be precise. We're talking about a really tight window here, somewhere between the 7 and 8 minute mark. Your strike force, a dedicated group of 8 to 12 zealots. The mission is simple. Crash into the Zerg's natural expansion and break it before they even know what hit them. So why is this so brutal? Well, you're directly punishing a Zerg player for being greedy. Those +1 zealots with the speed upgrade, they're not just faster, they hit way harder and they make it impossible for Zerg units to run away. If you catch that Zerg off balance, the game is just over, right then and there.
But, and this is a huge but, here's the massive risk. You are going in completely blind. You have zero idea what the Zerg is planning. If they stop your push, you're left with no map control, no scouting, and really no good plan B. That's why people call it a semi-all-in. If it fails, you're in a world of hurt.
Okay, so what's the other option? Well, that brings us to Path B, a smarter, more flexible, and information-based approach made famous by the legendary Protoss player Bisu.
See, the Neo Bisu build takes that exact same FFE and +1 speed Zealot start, but it adds one game-changing ingredient, a Stargate. By building Corsairs, you're basically trading a slightly later ground attack for a huge advantage in scouting and map presence. And the details really matter. You throw that Stargate down before your speed upgrade is finished. You're aiming for a mixed army, 5 coursers controlling the skies, with about 6 zealots causing trouble on the ground. Your goal changes from a knockout blow to specifically shutting down the Zerg's most common game plans, like going for Mutalisks. And that number, 5? It's not random. 5 is the magic number. It's been calculated to be just enough to completely shut down any early Mutalisk harass, and it's enough to go hunting for overlords, which blinds the Zerg and stops them from seeing what you're up to. So it really boils down to this trade. Yeah, your zealots get there a little bit later than the other build, but what you get in return is an intelligence network that sticks around long after your initial attack is over. You deny their vision, you can supply block them, and you make the Zerg play your game.
All right, now we're at the most critical part of this whole thing. What happens when your big push doesn't win you the game? What happens when the Zerg actually holds on? I mean, let's be real. Against any decent player, that first attack probably isn't going to be the final one. Your ability to recover, to transition into a stable mid-game, that's what separates a solid strategy from just a coin flip gamble.
And honestly, the difference is just night and day. If your speed zealot push fails, you are completely in the dark. You have no clue if lurkers are coming or Mutalisks. Meanwhile, the Zerg's overlords see everything you're doing, and their economy is just getting stronger and stronger. But with Neo Bisu, it's the total opposite. Your coursers already saw what tech they chose. You continue to kill their overlords, denying vision, and you can make a smart, efficient switch into the perfect mid-game army. The advantage in recovery, it's not even close.
So how do you pick one? Look, this isn't about one build being right and the other being wrong. It's about figuring out what kind of strategy fits your personality as a player.
Are you the all-in gambler? The player who wants to bet it all on one perfect, powerful moment to crush your opponent? Or are you the information broker, the player who patiently builds an advantage by knowing more and controlling the board? One forces a reaction with pure power. The other forces it with pure intelligence.
In the end, it really comes down to this. What kind of player are you? Do you want to risk it all for that one glorious, game-ending attack? Or do you want to carefully build your victory, piece by piece, based on what you see? The choice is yours.